Okay, boys, it's time to tier rank the best-selling pre-workouts on Amazon. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're going to tier rank all of the best-selling pre-workouts you can get on Amazon, and this is the list. So let's go over what we're looking for first. We're not going to be judging any of these stupid pre-workout energy drink type of things like that. Animal Pack, I have no idea why that's even on the pre-workout list, so we're not judging that. And then we're not going to be judging gummies and things like that. It's just the solid pre-workouts, the stuff you guys are looking for, okay? None of these pills. Now, we're going to start at the bottom. We're going to work our way up. We're going to start with Beyond Raw Lit. And the things we're looking for, price. That's a big one. Price and serving size. Then we're going to look if the ingredients are even worth buying, because a lot of the stuff is crap, you know what I mean? So we're looking for something that does everything, right? A little bit of a pump and some energy. Obviously, the more pump and the more energy you get, it's probably going to get a better ranking, especially if it's got a good price. Okay, so first up we have Beyond Raw Lit, and then we're not going to worry about the flavor because who cares about the flavor? Once it's down, it's working, right? So Beyond Raw Lit, this is 45 bucks. You can get it a little bit cheaper at some other places, probably GNC. So let's see what we got on here. 30 servings for 45 bucks. That's a little steep. Let's see, beta alanine, 3 grams. Beta alanine, that's something you have to take constantly for it to work. It's got to be in your system all the time. You can't just take it a couple days a week or you're not going to get any benefits. Let's see what else. Creatine monohydrate, 1.5 grams. That's stupid. That's not even worth, I mean, it's almost not even worth taking. 250 milligrams of caffeine, that's good. Elevate ATP, 150 milligrams, that's good. That seems to work. Neurofactor, I do like Neurofactor. It's a little gimmicky, but it works, I think. So for the energy, I would say that's okay. The energy's fine. The pump support, L-citrulline, 3 grams. So that's not even close to clinical dosage. Nitrosigine, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, 1.5 grams. That's not like a huge thing, but like it's cool that it's in there. So 30 servings. If you wanted the clinical dosage of citrulline, you'd have to double the servings, but then that would put your caffeine at 500 milligrams. That's way too much caffeine. Gosh, 45 bucks really sucks on this. If this was under 30 bucks, it'd be okay. So for Beyond Raw Lit, I'm gonna put it at a C. We'll put it at a C right now. All right, next up, 6-star pre-workout. I'm sure you've seen this at Walmart. It's been at Walmart for years, at least a decade, and they've barely even changed the ingredients on the label. So the first thing it sends out is 15 bucks. So at the bare minimum, this should be a good like caffeine stimulant kind of thing to like, even if you just bought it for 15 bucks, at least you could get some use out of it for the stimulatory effect, right? So again, 30 servings, that's good. So like 50 cents a serving. So beta alanine, we have 1.5 grams of beta alanine. Betaine andros, L-arginine. The pump complex is 500 milligrams, and it's just got so these are listed in greatest to least in this complex of 500 milligrams, which is nothing. Taurine's first, so I'm gonna take a wild guess that the taurine is probably 200 to 300 milligrams. Then L-citrulline malate, and this is the biggest ripoff I've ever seen as far as a pump complex. This is literally doing nothing, like nothing. Okay, so moving on to the pre-workout explosion blend. This has got caffeine, 135 milligrams of caffeine. That's good. And then it's got some choline. That's also good. L-tyrosine. That's also good. So the sort of stimulatory blend that it has in here, the explosion blend, that's okay. That's fine. Beta alanine, at least it's got a little bit in there. 30 servings for 15 bucks. I think that's cheaper than buying an energy drink. So I feel like we should put it at a B just for the energy. You guys tell me what you think about that one. Okay, this one's super popular. I see it on Instagram all the time. People talking about it. It's got a cool label. I mean, I get it. It's a cool label. Alanine Superhuman pre-workout powder. Hulk juice sour gummy. Okay, that's a cool flavor. I get it. Cool flavor. All right, where's the? All right, let's see if we can zoom in so you guys can see this. So, L-citrulline. Now this is for, okay, so 21 servings. So let's just look at if you just took a full scoop. So L-citrulline, 4 grams. Then we got taurine. A gram of taurine that's a little much, but we'll not worry about that. So that's good. So the pump, 4 grams of citrulline. Awesome. Now for the strength matrix, beta alanine. Again, you're gonna have to take it all the time. Betaine andros, which I think I'm pronouncing that wrong too. 2.5 grams. That's a very good dose of that. I don't think that's clinical dosage, but that's good. And then lastly, for the energy and focus, L-tyrosine, 1.5 grams. And then I'm not sure what that second one is, I'm gonna be honest, but it's 400 milligrams, who knows. Then last but not least, we have sort of an energy system, as they call it. So it's got caffeine, extended release and delayed release. I don't like that's extended and delayed. Okay, but I don't like that. I would much rather just be straight up caffeine, none of this like time stuff. If you take it before you go to the gym, the way caffeine works naturally, it should hit you at the right time when you get in the gym. There's no reason to make it fancy, but nevertheless, 325 milligrams of that. So caffeine's good, beta-alanine's good. Citrulline is a little under clinical dosage. Now, what was the $47 for 21 servings? That sucks. I would not pay that. That's going to be in the C tier, just because the price, man, the price is just that's not awesome. And if you could find it cheaper, under $30, yeah, I'd bump it up to the B tier. All right, next up, we got gym supplements. As you can see on the side, you can get on iHerb for $1 cheaper. Wow. So 30 servings for $50. So the label shows everything on. So this should really pack a punch. Let's see what we got. So I don't know if you guys can see that. So there's 30 servings in this. And the first thing on it is 2 grams of creatine HCl, known as concrete, which is stupid. So like all of these different types of creatines you can get, the HCl, the ones that are all these fancy names, concrete, that's crap. It's complete crap. Creatine monohydrate is all you need. It's the best. It's better than this. And you should be getting 5 grams, period. It doesn't matter if it's hydrochloride or not. You need 5 grams. Beta-alanine, 2 grams. That's good. Betaine, again, 1.5 grams. That's good. Taurine, 1 gram. Again, whatever. Alpha choline, aka alpha size, 150 milligrams. That's solid. And so here's the one that is the most ridiculous. This is like my biggest pet peeve with pre-workouts is citrulline malate, which is just citrulline with malic acid is all it is, blended together. So it's not even at 6 grams of L-citrulline. It's more like 4 or under 4, something like that. But either way, the fact that they're using that means it's cheaper. I don't like that. But again, I guess you're getting a good amount of L-citrulline. When we move over, this has got beetroot extract, which I like, 500 milligrams. That's good. Then you have some amino acids, leucine, isoleucine, valine, tyrosine. Okay, cool. Caffeine, 300 milligrams. That's perfect. And that's about it for this one. And that's got 30 servings for $50. It's way, 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 way overpriced, but it would work. Like that would be a good one. I'm gonna put it in B tier. I feel bad even putting it there. It might have to be C tier. So next up, we got Ghost. Obviously, you can get this at GNC cheaper. Do cash back with Rakuten app, $38. So this is 45. We'll say it's about $40. So let's see if you guys can see this. Citrulline. So they have the best version of citrulline you can get, which is fermented L-citrulline. It's got 4 grams, 25 servings in this. Beta-alanine, 3.2 grams. Perfect. Nitrogen again. So for the pump part, that's fine. Then when you move on to the energy section, tyrosine, cool, taurine, fine. Alpha GPC, which is one of my favorite supplements in the world. I think if you're an athlete or a bodybuilder, you need to be taking Alpha GPC every day before you work out. You absolutely need to. 300 milligrams, perfect. Natural caffeine, like I said earlier, natural caffeine is awesome. 250 milligrams, perfect. It's got a few other things I like. This is, honestly, I know these taste good too, because Ghost has some of the best flavors, and like $45, if you could get it for 35, which it looks like you can, 25 servings. I think I should put that in A tier. That one's pretty good. Just because I can tell they didn't bullshit around, pardon my French, but like natural caffeine, the Alpha GPC, the citrulline, they got the expensive version of citrulline, so that's cool. I'm glad they actually put some money where their mouth is, you know what I'm saying? So that's cool. So let's just leave that at A tier for now. Now moving on to the next one. This one is also really popular. Cage, okay, so it's Cage Pre-Cage Sport pre-workout. So that's a goofy name. So $25. Let's see what's in this. All right. Again, the best. Okay, how many servings? 20 servings for how much? $25. Okay. L-citrulline, the best kind you can get, which is fermented L-citrulline, 3.5 grams. Whatever. Beta-alanine, 1.5 grams. Beta-andros, taurine, 2 grams. So the hydration mix is cool. That's almost too much. That is, people really like to put taurine in there. I'm guessing because it's so cheap. Coconut fruit water powder, cool. Tyrosine, caffeine, cool. For $25, that's at least B tier. If you could get this for 20 bucks where it's $1 a serving, I would put it in A tier. Better than those. Let's throw that in A tier as well. Now, as I'm going through these, we're starting at the bottom and working our way up. So if you see up here at the top, my tabs, the farther we go to the left, the higher those are ranked on Amazon. Next up, this one's been out forever. Pro Subs Mr. Hyde. 20 bucks. That's a lot cheaper than I remember it being back in the day. So 20 bucks for 30 servings. And I don't know if you guys can even see that. So yeah, let me see if I can read it out for you. So beta alanine 2 grams, creatine monohydrate a gram. Why would you even put like 1 gram of creatine monohydrate? That's all right. That's really, really annoying. So that bugs the hell out of me right out of the gate. L-citrulline, L-aspartic acid, 1. So 250 milligrams of L-citrulline, I believe is what that's saying. Again, that's ridiculous. Intensity matrix, choline bitartrate, 500 milligrams, whatever. So all this GABA, 13 milligrams of GABA, bruh. Like, what are you doing? And then you got some caffeine. So, okay, so caffeine, basically you have 200 milligrams plus of caffeine. That's, I really don't like this one. Even if it's cheap, that, man, I thought Mr. Hyde was a lot better than that. That one's, gosh, let's put it at D for now. So yeah, we got Mr. Hyde in last place in basically the trash tier because that was just terrible. So let's see what we're up to next. Rise Core. So this is another super popular brand. It's on sale for 36 bucks, but I think that sounds right. And I think you might even be able to get this one at Walmart too, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see what we got here. So 36 bucks for 30 servings. And we have the cheap version of choline. It doesn't tell you how much. And I didn't mention the sodium on any of these. So we're not going to go back and look at that. But so from here we have L-citrulline, 4.5 grams. That's better. That's okay. Beta alanine, again, 3.5 grams. Caffeine, 300 milligrams. Then you have some delayed release caffeine. So 420 milligrams of caffeine. Geez, that's kind of a lot. So basically for this one, 30 servings, you have your citrulline. So this is one of those that's going to work. I think $36 is way overpriced. If you could get it in the $25 range, sure. So for that one, I actually think I'm going to put it, I think it's better than those. So I'll put it at B tier for now. All right, next up, probably the most well-known pre-workout in my opinion, Redcon Total War, 35 bucks. I know you can get it a little cheaper some places. So basically $1 a serving. This has got 30 servings, citrulline malate. Again, that's 2-to-1 ratio. So that's super annoying. So 4 grams of L-citrulline, 2 grams of malic acid, whatever. That's just so annoying to me right out the gate. Again, beta alanine 3.2 grams, agmatine sulfate, which does work, taurine, 250 milligrams of caffeine. What else we got? We got some more caffeine, so 350 milligrams. Man, that's 35 bucks for 30 servings. And then it's got way too much caffeine and just like a bunch of cheap stuff thrown in there. See, this one's tough too, because I know you can get it cheaper, but I'll put it in B tier. I mean, I know it works. Like, it does work. I've taken it. I know it works. So that's okay. Now, here's another one. Again, we're getting into these really popular brands. This is Legion Pulse pre-workout supplement. I have not tried this one. This is one of the few I have not tried. This one's 40 bucks or 20 servings, which is 2 scoops. So those look like big scoops, 23 grams. Sodium. So again, cool. Okay, 400 milligrams of sodium. So that's almost half a gram of sodium, which is awesome. And 440 milligrams of potassium. So this one also has 8 grams of L-citrulline DL malate, 2-to-1 ratio. I don't know what that is off the top of my head, but that's okay. Beta alanine, 3.6 grams, caffeine, 350, L-theanine. Ooh, and then here's the saving grace, alpha GPC. So the fact that this one has the alpha GPC is big, because I normally buy that separately and just take it with my pre-workouts. So this one's good. Gosh, the price though, 40 bucks for 20 servings. I mean, the citrulline, it is citrulline malate, but at least it's 8 grams. So at least they're giving it to you. And the caffeine's a little high, but it's about right. And then you got the alpha GPC, which those 3 things, like, that's what I look for in a pre-workout. Citrulline, caffeine, alpha GPC. $40 though. Dang. You guys could have swayed me on that one. It's gonna have to go B tier. Sorry. Now I wanted to review this one because it just stuck out to me because it was so high. It was like one of the 4th or 5th best like pre-workouts you can get. It's $38. Now when you look at it, it's basically 30 servings of 5 grams of non-GMO beetroot powder, fermented, and then it's got some other ingredients in there too. So it's not necessarily 5 grams of beetroot. It's probably a lot less than that. And I've tried this stuff just by itself, and it's okay. It actually does add a big bump to like your normal pre-workout. But $38 is ridiculous. Do not pay that for beet powder. Do not pay $38 for beet powder, please. So this one, trash tier. That's ridiculous. If it was $15, $20, sure, but that's $38 is ridiculous. And it's not like it works so well that it's worth $38. It's just not, but it does work, but not for that price. Oh boy, here's the one I was waiting on because I actually have not even looked at this yet. The Alanine, this is so stupid. This is one of those brands that just annoys the crap out of me because the things I have looked at are just made terribly. But this is their pre-workout and it is $45. Looks like you can get some for $38, so we'll see. All right, 30 servings. L-citrulline malate, 6 grams. Beta-alanine, 1.6 grams of beta-alanine. That's not a lot. Tyrosine, that's not a lot of that. Caffeine, 200 milligrams of caffeine. And theanine, 200 milligrams. So you're paying close to $40 for 30 servings of like 4 grams of L-citrulline and some caffeine. So I mean, I suppose this is better than an energy drink if you wanted to like make that argument, but man, I'm gonna have to rank this one pretty low. I'm not sure how mean I want to be with this. I know a lot of people like this one. Yeah, I think you're just wasting your money if you're buying that. We'll put it in C tier. I could easily put this in D tier because it's very close to being trash in my book. All right, C4. This has also been around for like a decade. So this is like super hard to see, but $45. I'm pretty sure you can get this one cheaper too. You can see where they've sort of edited the 6 grams on the serving size. They must have changed it or something. But servings per container, 60. I hope that's true. That's a lot. But this one, 1.6 grams of beta-alanine, 1 gram of creatine nitrate. Remember what I said about all these fancy creatines like creatine hydrochloride, creatine nitrate. 1 gram is not going to do crap. No matter what they tell you, I promise you it's not doing anything. You should just be taking creatine monohydrate. So beta-alanine, that's a low dosage. Creatine nitrate, that's a low dosage. Citrulline malate, 1 gram of citrulline malate. That's ridiculous. Why would you even put that in there? That's practically robbery. That is practically just robbing someone. And then their energy blend, it looks like it says 150 milligrams of caffeine, 150 milligrams of caffeine for the energy blend and a couple other things. So 60 servings for $45. This one's terrible. Why would you buy this? Like, why would you buy this? The beta-alanine is going to do nothing. The creatine is going to do nothing. The citrulline malate will do nothing. So you're basically paying $45 for 60 servings of a tasty caffeine drink that's not even a lot of caffeine. Wow. And that's the 3rd best one you can get on Amazon. The 3rd best. If there was an F tier, it would be in the F tier. That's that's worse than the Super Beats and the Mr. High. That is the worst one of the day by far. So let's see if the last 2 can bring us home. All right, Gorilla Mode Pump pre-workout. So I didn't add their pre-workout that's just the pump formula since we know we're looking for a little bit of both. This one's $50, and of course you can find some deals on it on their website. And I think there's a couple other websites that have it as well. So $50. What does this get you? This gets you 40 servings, which is a lot of servings, and it comes with L-citrulline, not citrulline malate, L-citrulline, 4.5 grams, creatine monohydrate, 2.5 grams. So that's good. And of course, it has on here what it would be if you took 2 scoops. Obviously, just double, but that'd be 20 servings. 20 servings for $50. We're gonna go with the 40 servings though. So then you move on. Glycerol powder. This is the first one that's even included glycerol powder. Glycer Pump, which is 65% glycerol powder, 1.5 grams perfect. This is one of those things that like you could add to your pre-workout, and then once you get to a certain level, you can't go over it because you'll just start crapping your pants. But like once you work your way up to that level, it works really well. And then malic acid. So they have the malic acid in there, and that might be because they do have citrulline malate, which is fine, but it's fine. The way they have it is fine because we know that there's 4.5 grams of L-citrulline. Betaine andros, 1.2 grams. Tyrosine, amytine sulfate, perfect. Caffeine, 175 milligrams caffeine. For me personally, if I'm getting caffeine for a pre-workout, I want it to be 200 milligrams or less if possible. And then we've got a couple other things in here. So 40 servings. This one's for 50 bucks. 40 servings is a lot. And you're getting... you're going to call me a fanboy for this one. But I've taken this one. And personally, this is always going to be in my top 2 or 3 pre-workouts that I've ever tried. Because it really does work well. No matter what you think about more plates, more dates, and all that stuff, this is a good pre-workout. And I think this will be S tier. For sure, because it's 100% better than Ghost. It's better than Kate. It would be silly to put it in the A tier with these two, because it's better than those. So yeah, S tier. And last but not least, C4 Sport, which is half the price of that other crap they were trying to sell. That's $21. Let's see what we got in this one. 30 servings. Okay. So this one, performance. So it's so it's 30 servings of a scoop, and the scoop is 7.1 grams, and you're just paying for 4.3 grams of stuff, basically. So for the performance blend, got some beta alanine, some L-arginine, concrete creatine. So this is basically the same as this. Well, not quite. It's very similar, I guess. So it's got the creatine again, HCl, stupid. All right, so the performance blend is kind of stupid, 3.1 grams. Energy blend, that's not even a lot of caffeine. And then they randomly have some B12 thrown in there for whatever, with a fancy name for whatever reason. 30 bucks for $20. I mean, again, this is one of those, it's like you're paying $21 for 30 servings of a tasty caffeine drink is basically what you're doing, because this performance blend, as much as you might want to tell yourself, oh, it's got some other stuff in it, none of that stuff's not doing nothing. Like, it's not helping at all, like at all. So this one, 22 servings for 30 bucks. S tier, nope. A tier, nope. It's definitely not as good as those. Is it as good as it's? It's pretty freaking bad. I mean, that's pretty bad. The price could save it here, so I'll put it at C tier just because of the price, but I still don't think that's even worth it, honestly. All right, so this is what we got, guys. In the last place are the C4, the Super Beats, and Mr. Hyde, because those are just absolute trash. Do not buy those. I really thought that C4 and Mr. Hyde were like way better than this back in the day. I think they were. I feel like they probably were. The next tier up, the C4 Sport, again, it's not great. This one, the Alanine stuff, I could easily put this in the last tier, because it just, besides the fact that it's incredibly annoying to me, just the brand in general, and how they basically steal money from every female that I see on Instagram. It's C tier, I think, fine. And the Superhuman Hulk Juice, this one might have been the biggest letdown, because that is a sick label. And people talk about this one all the time. I've never heard anyone say, oh, it's the best one I've ever tried, but it looks like crap to me. C tier, lit. This is one, if you found it really cheap at GNC, okay, maybe, whatever. And then B tier up, that's the ones I would say try and see. And like the price on some of these are a little ridiculous, but the ones that I've tried Rise, not this flavor, but I have tried that one. It works. Total War, it works. I've tried Pre-Gym a long time ago, and I think it was the same formula, because I remember it was very comprehensive. It also works really well. That one, if the price is right, could probably be bumped up to A. The Pre-Workout Explosion, the price helped it out, I think. Where was that one? 15 bucks for this. Definitely better than the C4 stuff. So I mean, 15 bucks for an energy drink, that's not that bad. So that one's okay. In the top 3. Ghost, that's the one that surprised me, because I kind of had it in mind with this B and C tier, just like in my head, because I haven't tried their pre-workout. The proteins are good. Like in my head, I was like, okay, this one's gonna suck when you think about it with these. But yeah, so what do you guys think? Do you guys agree with that? Or have you tried one of these at the bottom and it's actually better than I thought? Let me know.